Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's Caitlin here with Meraki Media Management, and I'm here today with your tip of the week. So this week, it feels like Tuesday still since we've been traveling, but this week is honestly one of my favorite topics. This is all about money mindset and passive income and how to stay on top of your funds so that when something like what has happened with COVID-19 and quarantine, you're still able to sustain your business, pay yourself what you need to pay yourself, and plan for the future. So I want to first off start by explaining why I know so much about this and why I believe that I really can, talk on this point. So when I was 15 years old, my dad passed away. He had cancer, and luckily at the time he had planned for my mom and I to be okay, and he had, things set in stone. But at 15 years old, I actually inherited some stock from the stock market. So at 15, I was investigating, businesses, trying to decide if I wanted to trade stock, invest in certain businesses, why, staying up to date on what was happening in the world and how that affects the stock market. So at 15, now for 10 years, I've been doing that, which is kind of crazy to say. We're going on 10 years of me trading stock, which is crazy, but it's helped me learn so much about business and understand how different things affect business and affect the world and how to, take in the right types of information to be able to decipher what will come for the future and what to plan for. So I want to talk about this because this is the reason why we were able to sustain, and honestly, this is the reason why my company is doing so well now, because we didn't just give up during COVID. We continued to, warm relationships, warm leads, come on a weekly basis and speak to you all. So now we're actually doing decently well versus how we were at the beginning of COVID and when everything just abruptly stopped. So I had a business, fund saved for specific things like this. And for a long time, my business ran, with $700 a month, under $1,000 a month we were costing to run the business. So when you know your costs, which my business coach was huge on, you are able to save a lot more. So when you come up to something like this, you know exactly how much money you have saved up in your account. You have your tax money saved up at the end of the year. You have that money to pay your VA or whatever rebranding you might have to pay for as the year comes up. And you also have a little bit of wiggle room if, something happens to you and you need time off work, because let's be honest, life happens. So we all need to think about planning for the future, creating these funds, building them into our business accounts, and making sure that we're able to sustain for certain things that happen in the world that are completely out of our control. So, my Jacqueline, my business coach, normally says save up about 3 months of your revenue and make sure that you're staying on top of your money. You just really need to know what's going out and what's coming in. So this is really important because as you come up to money mindset and as you start to build out your lifestyle that you want, this is one of the key pieces to being able to sustain that lifestyle and make sure that you're able to live long term however you may want to live. Even, seeing my dad pass away at such a young age, I realized how unhappy he was going through life in this job that he didn't really like, and every day, spending hours and hours at work, and it just wasn't something that fulfilled him in the way that it used to. And I never wanted to be like that. He used to tell me all the time, don't be like that, Caitlin, really follow your dreams, find something that you want to do, find something that makes you happy, because you have to work for the rest of your life, unfortunately. So it might as well be something that you enjoy doing. And that's something, honestly, I've taken through my whole life, and it's something that I've implemented into our daily lives. And Sean as well, he is right here with me, and we're pushing forward. We're excited to see what the future brings as we're heading into this green phase. And I really wanted to push you all to get clear on your finances. Make sure that you have that safety fund built in, and make sure that you're preparing for the future, because the reality is we don't really know what could happen next. There could be another slowdown. There could be, a moment that you just need a couple days off from work for a mental health reason. Like, all of these things happen to us, right, that we don't normally count on as business owners. And when you're prepared, you feel so much less scatterbrained, stressed out, and worried because you already have those funds built in. So how can you start doing this? I mentioned earlier this week, even just saving $20, $25 from each month, just slowly, that anything that you can, stash it away, save it for a rainy day, and even invest it if you're ready. So if you guys need help and support on this, I am not a professional. I am not an expertise. I have nothing to do, with accounting and financial advising, but I can, get you in front of the right people and have a conversation to put you in the right direction. So if this video resonated with you, please share it with your audience. Please share it with your people. Please let me know so that I know that you guys like talking about this. And if you guys want to hear more about my story and more about where I came from and how I've kind of developed this money mindset at this young of an age, please reach out to me and let me know so I can continue telling you guys a little bit more about this and how I perceive it all. So I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you next week.